Imagine you are working with your customers and you coming with a storage part. And storage part, it's a very important stage because there is a lot of things and a lot of dependency based on project. But you coming in this stage, so you are designing for a storage solutions for your customers, and you selected Azure storage based on that. So you are evaluating with your customer, because if you work with customer, you have a session for discovery and for your architect phase. So you are evaluating whether customers need standards general purpose very2 storage account or premium file share storage account. So if you remember, if you open portals and you have you two options for standard and premium, so you have to select based on what you gonna use, standard general purpose version 2, or you gonna go with a premium file share. So you have to be accurate here, because it will be reflect in your cost optimizations, and also dependency for redundancy options, because everyone have a different redundancy. So you have to be understand between standards and the premium, especially if we're gonna use file share. So uh, need to be clear with customer. Based on that, we're gonna using standard general purpose version 2 storage account, or we gonna use premium file share storage, and based on what we're gonna use that, or based on what you're gonna use another options. So let's go with this journey, and I try to be more accurate for some of point, to give you a full picture, and we accurate with your customer. I have to go with this option based on scenario 1 2 3, or I gonna go with another options. So the differentiate here between standard or premium file share. So let's go. So now we go with storage account. It will be a good practice to go with storage account. See, if we try to create storage account, we select subscription, we get resource group, we selected, for example, storage file, storage file one, for example, and we selected the regions. All these options not before, but let's main focus here between standard. We have, as I mentioned, in performance we needed standard and premium. Here, as you mentioned, to most of scenario we can use it standard and premium for high scale or low latency. So let's go with standard. We need to differentiate between standard and premium. I will be more focused here for three things. First one, support storage service. So if your customer need a blob storage, or we need including blob storage here, I mean including data lake storage, or we needed a queue storage, table storage, and file and Azure file, we can using standard. Okay, what about premium? So premium here we can use also, we can using blob storage including data lake storage, and also for Azure file and page blob only. So here you can find blob, file share, and page blob. If we go with the standard, also you'll find it here, data lake here, data lake. Okay, and also we have Azure file and the blob storage. It also is the same. So if based on what you needed, so again, the differentiate for the first differentiate between premium and the standards. If we need blob storage, data lake storage, one, or queue or table storage, Azure file, we can go with standard. So if we need premium, we can go with also blob storage included data lake, or file Azure file. Okay, so the differentiate still not, it's still not showing more for your customer. So we needed the good reason. So let's go with a second one for redundancy options. So it will be more clear here for your customer. Okay, for standard here, if you go with redundancy option, you have, you know, LRS, it's a local redundancy, and GRS and ZRS and GRS. Actually, I do a videos for a differentiate between all of them. I don't like to spend more time here. I just need to understand the differentiate between standard and premium. But any standard, you have four options here: one, two, three, four for LRS, GRS, ZRS, or GZRS. So again, for standard, we have a local redundancy LRS, we have GRS, we have also RAGRS, it's called read access geo-redundancy, and also we have ZRS and also GRS. This for redundancy. So here for premium, if you go with premium, you will find it here for redundancy. If we have two options, we have LRS or ZRS. This for premium account type. So let's go or jump to the last differentiate between. So first one we can for the first differentiate we talk about supported storage service, and second one for redundancy. For let's talk about usage. This will be like a common case with customer. For usage, for standard storage account, this one standard it for a blob and file share and queue and table and recommended for most scenario using Azure storage. So if you want support for network file NFS in Azure file, use premium file share. So your customers now need a storage account, so we can go with the standards for most of times related to a blob, file share, queue, table. But it's if we need or require in your project need NFS network file system, so is this time in Azure file, so we need this time to use a premium account type. So for we have in premium, as you know, we have premium, we have a blog blob, we have page blob. Let's focus here in file share. So in file share, if you selected file share, you will find, as I mentioned, LRS and ZRS, and actually it's two options for most of type. So if we premium account type use file share, you will find two. Page blob, you will find two. So this option, it will be applicable or showing in whatever using blog or page or file. So if you selected file share, it's all options here, or your scenario, as we imagine we have a customers, we have file share, we need to select it or differentiate between standard and premium. So we have file share here. So premium file share, it's a premium storage account for a file share only, recommended for enterprise high performance scale application. So we can use this account type if you want to storage account support both SMB, as you know, server message block, or NFS file system. So again, now you have your customers, and we come in a storage step or storage phase, and we need to differentiate. We have three things to differentiate to know what the customer he need from standard or premium. So first one, we selected the support storage account. He need blob storage, or we need file share. So everyone have different support. Then we go redundancy. It's good options, or we can differentiate the customer. He needed anyone from this redundancy, or maybe he need only redundancy. Then we talk about the usage. It will be common case. Again, we standard storage account using as we mentioned for a blob, file share, queue. But if we need network file system, this time we need to go the premium. And also if we need SMB server message block, we have to use premium. I hope to be clear, and it will be a good benefits for you to understand the differentiate between standard and premium, especially if we're gonna use file share. Thank you for everyone, and I hope if you have any comment, please comment in this video.